Be careful. Shocking news is spreading fast. My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now because this message is not like anything you have ever read before. This is a very important message for you and only you, and you cannot afford to ignore it. Not today, not in this moment. Not when the winds of heaven are carrying it directly to you. Be careful, my child, because something has begun in the unseen world, and it has spilled into the earth so quickly that even the angels were startled. Something so shocking that news is spreading faster than fire in dry grass, faster than water spilling from a broken dam. And you, yes, you are the reason it started. Do not think that this is an exaggeration or that somehow this is a mix-up, because the eyes of God do not lie and the voice of Michael does not tremble unless the moment is truly urgent. You need to understand that what is unfolding right now has been building for a long time in secret, in whispers. In moments when you thought nothing was happening. Behind curtains, in rooms you were never invited into. Your name has been spoken more than anyone else's, and not just by people, but by spirits. Some who serve heaven and some who oppose it with all their strength. This is not a coincidence, my child, because heaven has been tracking every movement, every conversation, every plot, every seed of intention that was planted concerning you. For weeks now, for months, and even before you noticed, an invisible clock has been ticking. Archangel Michael says that a moment has just passed in which the last layer of concealment was removed and what was kept in darkness is now being thrown into the light. That is why news is spreading so fast. It is not just human mouths talking. It is the echo of the spiritual realm announcing, warning, shouting across dimensions. It has begun. And the most striking thing is that the reason it began has everything to do with something deep inside you, something you carry without even realizing its full power. They tried to underestimate you. They tried to dismiss you. They tried to silence you. But the moment you took that last step forward, the ripple broke the surface, the vibration reached the right ears, and it triggered a chain reaction. Michael says this chain reaction is unstoppable now. And that is why he is ordering you to listen carefully, because the speed at which events are moving will not give you a second chance if you ignore this. Even now, people you know are reacting differently toward you. Some are becoming strangely quiet, avoiding your eyes, while others are suddenly overly friendly, pretending to be on your side. Behind these shifts in behavior is the shocking news they have heard. The news that has your name at the center. Some have been waiting for this moment for years, secretly hoping to see you fail. And now they believe the moment has come, but they do not yet know the full truth because heaven has hidden part of the plan from them. Others are startled, confused, and even afraid because they know that if this news is real, then everything they built against you is about to collapse in public view. Michael says you must be careful right now, not with fear, but with discernment. The enemy's greatest trick in such moments is to pull you into impulsive reactions to get you to respond out of anger or panic so that they can use your own actions against you. But God says this is not the time for you to fight with human words or to rush into explanations. This is the time to listen to align with the divine instructions that are being whispered to you in ways only you will recognize. These whispers may come as sudden thoughts, as dreams in the night, as strange coincidences during your day. They may feel small, but each one is a piece of the heavenly blueprint being handed to you already. In other places, the news about you is being twisted. Michael says certain people are racing to control the narrative to make sure that when others hear the story, it paints you in the way they want. They are using phones, emails, private meetings, passing the story like a dangerous secret. Each time adding their own layer of distortion. Some of these people smile at you in public, but in private their words are sharp with poison. Others act indifferent, as if they do not care. But they are secretly gathering every scrap of information they can find about you. And then there are those who truly have no ill will but are being influenced by others without even realizing it. In the courts of heaven, the record is clear. God knows the exact origin of this news. Who started it? Who repeated it? And who benefited from it? He knows that while human ears are only just hearing it, the seeds were planted long ago and he allowed it to grow in secret because the exposure of it now will serve a greater purpose. Michael says this exposure will be like a spotlight suddenly turning on in a dark room. Everyone will freeze. Some will shield their eyes in shame. Others will stand frozen in disbelief, and you, my child, will finally see faces for who they truly are. You will see who has been loyal and who has been playing both sides. This moment is a turning point. Heaven is not only concerned with the fact that shocking news is spreading, heaven is deeply focused on how you respond to it. God says he is training you for something greater, and this situation is both a test and a preparation. The enemy believes this news will break you, but heaven has designed it so that it will lift you. The people who are secretly celebrating right now will be shocked when they see how this turns in your favor. Michael says they will not have time to adjust their strategies before the tables flip. Even as you read these words, somewhere far from where you sit, another conversation about you is taking place. It is happening in a room where you are not present and yet your name is the only one being repeated over and over. They are trying to decide their next move. Some are suggesting they go public. Others are warning to wait. But they do not realize that heaven has already decided the outcome. And no matter which choice they make, it will still serve the divine plan. Michael is standing at the threshold of these meetings, unseen by them. But his sword is drawn, and he is ready to intervene if they attempt to cross the line heaven has drawn. This is why he says to you, do not ignore this. Ignoring it would not stop the events. It would only mean you are unprepared when they reach your door. Being prepared means being spiritually awake, emotionally grounded, and ready to follow instructions quickly. There will be moments in the days ahead where you will feel the urge to speak, to explain yourself, to justify. But heaven will prompt you when it is truly time to speak and when it is time to remain silent. In the silence, your enemies will become restless. In the silence, they will reveal more than they intended. In the silence, the truth will start to leak out without you having to lift a finger. And yet, the emotional weight of this will be real. You may feel moments of heaviness, wondering why this had to happen now, why your name had to be the one in everyone's mouth. God says, my child, I allowed it because I am positioning you for visibility. And visibility often comes with discomfort before it brings reward. This is a stage in your life where the light is being turned up and the shadows cannot stay hidden. You are being elevated in ways you cannot yet see. But to stand in that new place, certain ties and certain perceptions about you must be broken forever. This news, though meant by some to harm you, will accomplish exactly that. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. Michael says that in heaven's timeline, we are in the breaking open phase. Imagine a seed underground. Before it sprouts into the light, it must first crack open in the darkness. That crack might seem like destruction, but it is actually the beginning of growth. This news is the crack. The discomfort is the cracking sound. And what is about to emerge will shock not only your enemies but even those who love you. You have been underestimated for so long that when your true strength appears, it will be undeniable. Right now, even the angels are speaking about you, not because you are perfect, but because you are chosen for something that requires public attention. There are divine assignments that cannot remain in the shadows. And this is one of them. That is why the spread of this news is so fast that it is not just human gossip. It is part of heaven's method of drawing eyes toward you at the exact time they need to be watching. Some will watch with skepticism, others with curiosity, and some with genuine support, but all will watch. And that is exactly how the next part of God's plan will unfold. Michael is warning you that there will be one particular moment soon when someone will come to you pretending to offer help or sympathy. They will say they just want to know your side of the story, but their real intention is to gather more information to feed the fire. Heaven will give you a nudge in that moment, an uneasy feeling in your spirit. Trust that feeling. You do not owe them explanations. Your vindication will not come from convincing them. It will come from the undeniable turning of events in your favor. And when the turn comes, it will be so swift that people will struggle to keep up. The same mouths that spread your name in accusation will speak it in admiration. The same eyes that look down on you will look up to you. The same doors that seemed locked will swing wide open. Michael says this is not a distant dream. It is near. So near that the angels have already begun the arrangements for your next steps. The question is not whether it will happen. The question is whether you will be ready to walk through when it does. This, my child, is why this message had to reach you today. Why Michael ordered you to open it right now. Because the pace of what is unfolding will not slow down for you to catch up later. You are already in the center of the story whether you feel ready or not. But heaven is with you every step, every breath, every heartbeat. The same God who knows the beginning from the end is guiding you. And his voice will not fail you now. God says, my child, do not look away. Do not hesitate. Do not think you can leave this for later. This moment is carved in the divine clock of heaven, and Archangel Michael has stepped forward with the authority of the throne to place this before you. His voice is not gentle today. It shakes the heavens. It pierces through every shadow around you because he knows that. If you ignore this now, the ripples that have already begun will turn into waves that cannot be stopped. He says, I order you to open this right now. This is not optional. This is not a suggestion. This is a command wrapped in love but burning with urgency, for something has been released into the atmosphere. Something that has your name tied to it, and it is spreading faster than any wind you have ever felt. And you, yes, you are the reason it started. Do not think this is an accusation meant to harm you. No, my child. This is a truth meant to awaken you before it is too late. Archangel Michael says you were not aware of the first spark. You did not see how the words, the action, the small moment you thought was nothing carried seeds into places you never imagined they would reach. Now those seeds have bloomed not in secret gardens but in the open fields of the world's attention. People are speaking. Whispers have turned to conversations, and conversations are becoming declarations. And somewhere in the midst of all this, heaven itself has declared, we must intervene before this turns into something irreversible. That is why Michael stands here with a sword of light, cutting through the layers of distraction around you. So you will not miss a single word. I am telling you now. The shocking news that is spreading, it has not just reached one or two people. It has crossed oceans. It has leapt over borders. It has entered rooms you have never stepped into. And it is now on the lips of people who have never heard your name until this moment. And yet now they speak it. Do you understand what that means, my child? Heaven has been watching this unfold, and there are forces, both light and dark, fighting over the narrative. Yes, the story is being twisted even now by those who wish to see you crumble under the weight of misunderstanding. This is why Michael will not stand down until you understand your role in this divine turning point. Because this could either be your greatest undoing or the very moment that elevates you into the destiny you were born for. You have always wondered if you were chosen for something greater. You have always had moments in the quiet of your soul where you felt that your life was part of something bigger than yourself. That quiet feeling is no longer quiet. It has become a trumpet blast from heaven, sounding in the spirit realm, calling angels to attention and forcing the enemy to reveal his plans. The news spreading is not just news. It is a test. It is the kind of test that reveals what is truly inside you when the whole world's gaze is upon you. And my child, the gaze has turned. They are watching. They are listening. And the unseen realms are holding their breath to see how you will respond. Michael says, you cannot pretend you do not hear me. You cannot act as though this is not happening. You cannot cover your ears and say you will deal with it tomorrow. Tomorrow will be too late. His words are like fire, not to burn you, but to burn away the fog that tries to keep you numb. Because while you hesitate, there are those moving quickly, crafting false words, creating shadows that look like truth. And unless you rise now, unless you act in alignment with the instructions heaven will give you, the story they are creating will harden like wet cement around your name. But if you listen now, if you open your spirit fully, the truth will blaze so brightly that every shadow will be erased. And the same mouths that whispered will speak your vindication. You may be asking, but what is this? News? What is it they are saying? My child, you already feel the edges of it in your spirit. You have sensed strange shifts in conversations lately. People you thought were allies have been distant. Others have looked at you with knowing eyes but said nothing. Even in moments of stillness, there has been a tension as though the air around you is charged with something you cannot see. This is because the words have been released. Some of them carry lies. Some of them carry truth. Some carry a mixture so dangerous it could bend reality itself if left unchecked. And all of them are tracing back to a single point to you. But here is the divine revelation. You must not miss. This is not happening to destroy you. This is happening to expose what needed to be brought into the light, not just around you, but within you. Heaven has allowed the pressure to mount so that the gold hidden in you can be revealed. The enemy thinks he is orchestrating your downfall. But in reality, the stage is being set for your elevation. However, for this to turn in your favor, you must take Michael's warning as your highest priority. Do not treat this like a passing message. This is the kind of message people in history wish they had listened to before it was too late. Michael says, "The reason I am speaking now is because the moment of choice is here. If you choose to hide, you will be swept into the current that others are steering. If you choose to rise, you will command the current and change its direction. My child, understand you are not powerless in this. You hold more influence in this situation than you realize. The very fact that the news is spreading so fast is proof of the power connected to your name. The enemy attacks where the treasure is. The enemy stirs chaos where there is divine destiny to be fulfilled. And the enemy fears the sound of your voice once you realize who you truly are. Even now, heaven is moving pieces into place. People you have not yet met are about to enter your life. They will carry keys, spiritual keys, relational keys, even material keys that will unlock the doors the enemy tried to seal shut. But you will only recognize them if you are awake, alert, and listening for the Spirit's whisper. This is why Michael's tone is so fierce right now. He knows that distractions are swirling around you like a storm trying to pull your eyes away from what matters. But in the center of this storm is a still place. And it is there that heaven will give you the next step. You must not miss it. And yet I feel you thinking, but why me? Why now? Why in this way, my child? Because you carry something that others do not. You carry a divine assignment that cannot be fulfilled by anyone else. The shocking news is only the opening act. The real story has not yet been told. And the reason it began with you is because heaven chose you to be the vessel through which the truth will be revealed. This is not a punishment. This is a calling disguised in the wrapping of chaos. You will see it clearly soon. But first, you must stand when the waves rise. Michael says, do not run from this. Do not shrink back. Take the sword of truth in your hand and walk forward. You have more angelic support around you now than you have ever had in your entire life. Even now, As you read this, angelic ranks are positioning themselves around you, creating a shield no human eye can see, but every demon can feel. They know they cannot touch you unless you lay down your authority. And heaven is commanding you not to lay it down. This is not over. This is just the beginning. And the world will remember how you chose to stand in this moment. God says, Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now. This message for you. This is very important message. Don't ignore this. Be careful because the air is already charged with whispers that were not there yesterday. And the light around you is shifting in a way that heaven itself is watching more closely than usual. Shocking news is spreading fast. And you are the reason it started. Even if you have not yet seen the faces of those speaking, even if you have not yet heard the exact sentences they say behind closed doors, it is already moving like wildfire through places you have never walked, through hearts you have never met, and through rooms you have never entered. And Archangel Michael is not allowing this to happen without alerting you because you must be ready for what comes after the shock settles. For what is whispered today will soon be shouted tomorrow. And the world will look to you not in small curiosity but in a kind of demanding awe. They will want to know how you are still standing when this news carries the power to break most people in half. And the reason is because God is preserving you for this exact season. Even though the weight of it may feel heavier than your spirit thinks it can bear. But God says you were chosen for this moment. Before you were even born, before the foundations of the earth were laid, and before the stars took their place in the blackness, your name was written into the line of events that would lead to this day. This week, this hour, an Archangel Michael has been stationed near you, guarding the perimeter of your soul, keeping forces from reaching you that would have already taken your joy, your sleep. My beloved child, before you take your next breath, I need you to know this is not just another passing moment, not just another string of words you can read and forget. This is a divine call directly to your spirit. I have placed this message before your eyes because heaven itself has aligned for you to see it at this exact moment. Nothing is by accident. Every second that led you here was written before you were born. My hand has guided your steps even when you thought you were walking alone. Now I speak to you with urgency, with the deep love that has always been over you because something is moving quickly and you must hear it before it passes. I see what is stirring around you. I see the conversations happening behind closed doors. The whispers carrying your name like fire spreading through dry grass. People are talking. News is moving faster than wind. And whether you realize it or not, your name has become the spark that set it into motion. This is not to frighten you, but to awaken you. What is happening now is not random. It is the unfolding of a divine plan. And though the enemy tries to twist it against you, I will use it for your good. Do not be shaken by the noise. The louder it grows, the more my hand will be seen in your defense. Archangel Michael stands beside you at this very moment. His sword is drawn not in anger against you but in fierce protection over you. He says, I order you to open your heart right now. This message is not a suggestion. It is a command from the throne of heaven. Do not delay. Every word carries the weight of eternity. He has fought battles you never saw, shielded you from dangers you didn't even know were aimed at you. And now he brings this message as both a warning and a promise. You are not alone and you are not unprotected. I know you have felt the tension building around you lately. You've noticed how certain people have changed in their tone, their eyes, their sudden absence, or their unusual attention. Some are drawn to you because of what I placed inside you. Others are drawn out of curiosity, and a few are drawn out of envy and malice. But all of them, whether they know it or not, are playing a part in the story I have written for you. Even the ones who work against you are pushing you toward the exact place I want you to be. The shaking is not meant to break you. It is meant to position you. The news that is spreading is not small. It is the kind of news that makes people stop in their tracks. The kind that burns through networks of people like wildfire. You have felt something stirring in the air. That strange combination of excitement and unease. It is because your life is about to shift in a way that will draw more eyes, more voices, and more energy toward you than ever before. Do not fear this attention. I am using it as a stage for my glory in your life. You have been hidden for a season, but that season is over. What I have placed within you cannot be buried anymore. But hear me well. When I bring you into the light, not everyone will celebrate you. Some will try to twist the truth, to use your name in their own games, to spread half-truths and outright lies. This is why I send Michael to you today. He is already surrounding you, placing a wall of heavenly fire that no weapon can pass through. His command is that you stay anchored in prayer and trust, because the moment you panic is the moment the enemy tries to creep in. Keep your heart steady. Speak less than you think you should. Let me be the one to speak for you when necessary, for my voice carries weight no human can dismiss. I know that some days you feel small, as though you are just one person in a vast, chaotic world, but you need to understand heaven sees you as a chosen vessel, chosen for this exact hour. The timing of this message is not a coincidence. I have been watching your steps, measuring your days, and now the hour has come for you to walk into a greater measure of my calling on your life. The news spreading now is the stirring of waters before the miracle. You may feel the waves rising around you, but I walk on them and I will teach you to do the same. There is a truth I must share that will make your heart burn. The reason your name is in so many mouths right now is because I placed a seed of destiny within you that cannot be ignored. People sense it even if they don't understand it. Some are drawn in awe. Others are stirred in jealousy. But all are reacting to the same thing. The anointing I have placed over your life. That anointing will draw both favor and opposition. But remember, the opposition is powerless unless you agree with fear. And you will not agree with fear because you belong to me. Archangel Michael says that there is a window of time right now. Short but powerful when your prayers carry multiplied strength. This is the hour to speak boldly into heaven, to declare my promises over your life, to call forth protection, clarity, and peace. When you speak in faith, Michael moves swiftly, for he is charged to respond to my words spoken through your mouth. This is how you partner with heaven. You align your words with mine, and angels move at the speed of light to carry them out. Do not underestimate the weight of this moment. There are blessings that have been waiting at the edge of release, and now they are ready to pour out. There are also traps set by those who wish to see you stumble. But I have already gone ahead of you, clearing the path and dismantling what was meant to harm you. The reason I am speaking so urgently is because when the news reaches certain years, the pace of events will accelerate. Things will move quickly, and you must remain spiritually alert. Your safety is in my hands. I remind you now that no plan against you will stand. Even if you hear rumors, even if people bring you words meant to upset you, hold your peace. Your defense will be undeniable because it will not come from you. It will come from me. I will silence every tongue that rises against you. And those who try to use your name as a weapon will be the ones who see my hand of justice. You do not need to fight for your reputation. I am your vindication. The next few days will reveal much. Pay attention to who approaches you, to what they say, and to the timing of their words. Some will come with smiles, but carry hidden motives. Michael will nudge your spirit when you need to step back or when you need to listen carefully. Trust those inner warnings. They are not paranoia. They are protection. My child, your life is about to change, but not in a way that will destroy you. In a way that will fulfill the promises I made long ago. What the enemy intended for harm will become the very thing that lifts you. You are stepping into a season of divine exposure where the truth will shine brighter than lies, and where my favor will make a way for you in places you never dreamed of standing. I am with you. I will not leave you. I will not let the storm overtake you. Trust me, hold fast and keep your eyes on me. The news may be loud, but my voice is stronger. Rest in that, and you will see my hand move in ways that will leave you in awe. You are safe. You are chosen. And you are about to see why. My beloved, this moment is not by accident. And these words are not a coincidence. The breath in your body right now, the stillness that suddenly seems to wrap itself around you as you read, is the very hand of heaven pausing time so you can hear what is being spoken over your life. God says He has watched you not only in the bright hours when you smiled and pretended everything was fine, but also in the dark silent minutes when no one knew how deeply you were wrestling inside. He has seen the tears you hid from others, the nights when your mind would not rest, the mornings when you felt you could not face another day. He saw you then, and He is seeing you now. And now, right now, is the moment He chose to send this urgent message through Archangel Michael, because the matter cannot wait. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this and let these words sink into the very core of your being. This is not a gentle suggestion. This is a command from the highest courts of heaven, because something has been set in motion and it involves you more than you realize. It is serious. It is unfolding even as you read this. The news that is spreading. It is fast, unstoppable. And you are the reason the ripple began. Whether you were aware of it or not, a single choice you made, an action, even A word spoken has now reached ears that were never supposed to hear it. And it has ignited a series of events that can no longer be reversed. But heaven says, do not fear. The Lord will be with you. You need to understand this is not about shaming you or causing panic. This is about equipping you so you can walk through what is coming without collapsing under the weight of it. There are people right now whispering your name in rooms you have never stepped into. Some speak it with admiration, others with envy, and a few with anger. Heaven hears every word, even the ones laced with hidden motives. Archangel Michael is standing guard, wings outstretched over you, keeping the harm that was intended for you from breaking through. But Michael says there is still something you must do, something only you can do. Because your obedience is the final key that will seal this season in your favor.